2017 RTTC National Youth Championship was held in Cambridgeshire near the village of Saltree, with the race HQ at Saltree Village Hall. The event was promoted by South East Midlands District, and the course is a single out and back 5-mile stretch of the B1043. The event is usually known by its initials of GHS and is named after George Herbert Stanza, who was once a leading light in the sport, having held the position of president of the Cyclist Touring Club from 1920 to 1945. The National Schools 10-mile event was established in his name. Riders between the age of 12 and 16 take part and qualify automatically from District 1 qualifying rounds. The sky is looking heavy as the riders head out to the start. At the start, the readies begin to fall as the timekeepers synchronise their watches.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, we're off. 1 minute.
The first rider to start is 14-year-old Shellen Leeming, who rides for Team RL 360 Isle of Man. Shellen completed her ride in 28 minutes and 54 seconds. Bethany Spencer is the next to begin her ride. Bethany rides for Kettering CC and finished in a time of 29:53. Team RL 360 Isle of Man won the GHS Team Award in 2016, and there are 8 riders taking part in the race today. And this is the next, Niall Colquitt, and his time was 28:26. Number 5 is Matthew Coyle, another RL 360 Isle of Man rider. Matthew finished his race in 24:11. This is Katie Ann Elliston, and she rides for Southend Wheelers, and her time was 26:57. Yet another Team RL 360 Isle of Man rider now, and this is Jack Christian. Jack's time was 23:47. Melissa Mawson is the next to begin her race. Melissa rides for Sleaford Wheelers, and she finished in a time of 43:58. The rain is really chucking it down now as Will Corkhill, also riding for Team RL 360 Isle of Man, begins his race, and he completed in 10th place with a time of 22:01. We're heading out into the course now to watch the race. Is this a fly past for a World War II Lancaster bomber? This is Tony J. Wilkes, riding the Kent Velo race team on her way to the bronze medal with a time of 25:25. This is Pfeiffer Georgie of Liv CC Epic Coaching on her way to the girls' gold medal in a time of 23:01. We're back at the start now and watch the seeded riders begin their race. And this is Amy Lane, who rides for Y Forest Cycling Club, and she finished in 27:09. Daphne Jones of Mid Shropshire Wheelers is the next to begin her race, and she finished in 30:58. Number 150 is Jack Churchill, Brighton Excelsior CC, starting his race. Jack put in a time of 23:12. The next on the start line is Harry Nolan, riding for Train Sharp, and his time was 22:54. This is Benjamin Massey, who rides for Stockton Wheelers, and he put in a time of 27:35. Luke Halls is the next on the start line. Luke rides for North Devon Wheelers, and he finished in a time of 22:33. You're now looking at British Best All-Rounder 2016 junior girl Caitlin Peters of I-Teen Cyclist Club. 15-year-old Caitlin finished in 24:59, earning her the girls' silver medal. 15-year-old Will Smith is the next to start. Will rides for Richmond Triathlon Club, and he finished in 23:23. Tom Portsmouth is riding for his school, St George's College, Weybridge, and he finished just outside the top 10 with a time of 22:05. Sam Culverwell has travelled a long way to take part. Sam rides for Guernsey Velo Club, and his time, 21:58. 165 is Archie Irving of Beacon Wheelers, and he's about to start. He put in a time of 24:04. This is Harry Buxton riding for THRE Data Walls Racing Team, and he finished in 6th place with a time of 21:38. Joseph Martin of Preston Park Youth Cycling Club is about to start his race, which he completed in 22:14. Next to start is Oliver Knight riding for Team Corley Cycles. Oliver finished in 5th place with a time of 21:24. This is Jamie Crump of successfulcycling.co.uk about to begin his race. Jamie finished in 22:55. 16-year-old Kevin Walker rides for Prologue Race Team, and he was the 3rd fastest on the day, getting the bronze medal with a time of 21:12. Number 177 is Jacob Reed, and he rides for Solihull CC and finished in a time of 23:12. This is Theo Medell, another rider for Team Corley Cycles. Theo was the fastest rider on the day, finishing in a time of 20:43, taking home the gold medal. And the last rider to begin his race is defending champion Joe Laverick, riding for Caister Grammar School. Today, Joe took home the silver medal with a time of 20:50, just 7 seconds off the top spot. We're heading to the finish line now to watch the last of the competitors complete their race. As Joe Laverick crosses the line, we head back to Race HQ to dry off and get the results and presentations.
And the 2017 National Youth Championship for the GHS Trophy, Live CC Epic Coaching, Fife, Georgia.
It was a bit hectic because I had a mechanical when I was about cycling to the start, so I had to stop and try and fix it, and I only got to the start like 30 seconds before I was off, so I was a bit panicked, but in the race I felt good, and yeah, my legs felt good and I felt fast, so I was pleased with the result. 2017
National Youth Champion from Team Corley Cycles, 2043, is Theo Medell.
So yeah, it went really well. I just kind of stuck to power and what I knew I could do, and I was pretty happy with the numbers I put out, and happy that it was good enough to take the win. And the conditions were pretty good. It was a bit wet most of the day, but it stayed dry for my race, which I was quite happy with. There was some surface water on some of the roundabouts, which I had to take quite cautiously, but managed to make up that time on the straights afterwards. So yeah, overall it's a good day. Really happy with the result.
So until next time, goodbye.